Okay guys, today we are taking a drive in one of my favorite BMWs. This is the 2023 BMW M240i. Let's hop on the outside, take a look at this beautiful spec, we'll get back in and we'll go for a drive. So this is finished off with the black Sapphire metallic paint. This car is pretty much fully loaded. We got premium enhanced package, M Sport Pro package, upgraded wheels, 360 parking camera, wireless device charging tray. Pretty much everything is on this car. The only thing that it's really missing that I noticed would be like the adaptive M suspension and the active stop and go cruise control. Those are two separate features if you wanted to add those into the car, but we got upgraded red M Sport brakes. These are the 893 wheels, and whenever you get these wheels, they almost always come with the Michelin tires. If you don't and you have the performance tires, those ones tend to be the Pirellis. But another thing that happens with these wheels is you get this extra fender flare at the front and the extra fender flare at the back because of how much more offset that these wheels have. Now, red M Sport brakes, I love how the 2 Series has the single halo design. We got 50th year emblems, high gloss black kidney grille. Such a beautiful car. Now, with the enhanced package, you're gonna get the LED headlights, and then with the M Sport Pro package, you're gonna get the Shadowline headlights, the black grille, and the red brakes are all part of that M Sport Pro package. I wish with the M Sport Pro package, took these cerium gray badges and made those black as well, but unfortunately not. Coming around to the back, I love the aggressive diffuser. We've got 2 tailpipes. Now, being the M240 in Canada, it's standard with the xDrive system. And underneath the hood, we have the B58 with 382 horsepower, which makes this car such a joy to drive. Now, taking a look at the trunk space, plenty of trunk space. You know, I owned this car for a year, not this exact model, but another M240, and yeah, I got the job done. There's 2 pull tabs here to drop the back seats in a 60-40 split. And yeah, let's close the trunk. Love the little rear lip spoiler that the M240 gets. Now, the glass sunroof is going to be part of the Premium Essential or the Enhanced package. Comfort door access is part of that package as well. This vehicle is going to come standard with all the BMW safety systems, so pre-collision, blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist. This one does have the upgraded Tacora red Vernasca leather interior. See the M Sport steering wheel, the new iDrive 8 screen for the 2023 M240i. It's even got the M highlights on the door panels and on the dashboard. And when you want to get into the back seat, there is a pull lever right here. Then the seat automatically goes forward, gives you access to the back seats. Plenty of room. I mean, if you're 6 foot, you're gonna rub your head a little bit, but there's enough leg room. Climate control zone and 2 USB-C ports at the back. Well, actually, it looks like they removed the 2 USB-C ports for 2023. 2022, there was 2 USB-C ports there, so that's an interesting downgrade. Let's let the seat go back in the position before we get in. With the enhanced package, we're also going to having the Harman Kardon sound system upgrade and the head-up display upgrade. Now, with iDrive 8, climate menu is now in the infotainment screen instead of being the LCD screen down here. Let's tone that temperature down. And then we also lost our gear shifter, and we have a toggle. Now this one does have that 360 parking camera view. Look at that 360 camera. All right, let's go for a drive, and then as we're driving, we'll play around with the infotainment system and get a good feel for it. So right now we're just starting off in comfort mode. Now this car does have comfort, eco, and pro all down here. And each one will change some adjustments. But we'll start off in comfort mode. Let's see what it's like before we get into sport mode, and we'll even play around with eco mode a little bit. Oh, I remember why I love this car. All-wheel drive system is so good. You can just step on the pedal, full throttle. You have excellent grip, excellent traction, and the car just takes off because of all that B58 power. Now, with BMW's lineup, the 2 Series is the smallest chassis that they offer, at least here in Canada. We don't have a 1 Series, so that's why I love this car so much. I don't like big cars. I like small coupes. That's my favorite. And with the 2 Series, you can really feel how small it is. Got a nice stiff suspension here, feeling all the road feels. Since we don't have the adaptive suspension, I'm not expecting the suspension to get stiffer when we put it into sport mode. Oh yeah, it sounds so good too. Now, with iDrive 8, everything is touchscreen. You have a much larger infotainment or gauge cluster, and you can customize more. With clicking this button on new iDrive 8, you actually can customize your gauge cluster. Now, I mean, the most popular one is going to be the content for the map view. And then what I also like is the fact that you can do layout. When you're in comfort mode, you can do layout. Now this is kind of like, I like to put this one on comfort mode because with the other two modes, when you go into eco, you get this one automatically. When you go into sport, you get this one only, and you can't adjust them. So that's why in comfort, I like to put it as the minimalistic one, and then you have such a massive map view. And like the map view here is larger than like some other car's whole infotainment system of just what you get in your gauge cluster. Not to mention all the other function in iDrive 8. So it is touchscreen, and the touchscreen is way more responsive. But while I'm driving on the road, I prefer to use the iDrive controller down here because we have media, home, map, telecom. Looks like the missed a button there. They took one away, and then nav, and then back in option. So, you know, scrolling around here, you know, you can toggle left, down for enter. And then the main menu of iDrive 8 has improved. Before it was like car, settings, submenus, where now it's just like you go in the main menu and then each one, it's like apps. It's like apps on your iPhone. So it's easy to understand, especially everybody has an iPhone nowadays, or even an Android. It's easy to see the apps and then understand what you need to do. So BMW ID, always log in with your driver's ID so that everything is set for you. Mobile devices, personal assistant, so BMW does have that personal assistant. You can also hit this little button right here and say find me a McDonald's. You can see in the head-up display that it's listening to me.
Sure, I will look for destinations.
There we go, and we got McDonald's. For some reason it pulled up Eslington. So yeah, we got all of the McDonald's. It could be a little bit closer to me, but I think it was messing up because I kept talking. But you can go into that settings and you can adjust. Do you want it to go off of Hello BMW? Do you want it to be like the commands, the responsiveness? You can set the length of the responsiveness. Live vehicle is a fun one. I like to see this one in sport mode because in sport, for content, and you do adaptive content, boom, you get torque, horsepower, your turbo PSI, and your engine temperature for your vehicle. And now you can see in sport mode, more aggressive. We are in Sport Plus, so that's the most aggressive. There's also Sport Individual, where you can set like, okay, steering, I don't like steering in sport, I like steering in comfort. But I want my drivetrain and my transmission to be in sport. So most times then you'll drive around in Sport Individual. Or there's just normal sport, and then there's Sport Plus. Sport Plus goes extra dynamic. The main thing that I notice is with the transmission. The transmission is going to hold the shifts, going to hold the RPMs. Like it'll hold the RPMs at like 5,000 RPMs, just waiting for you to get back on power. As we get onto the highway, you'll see here, I'll do some acceleration. You'll see how high those RPMs hold. But the LED lights in the head-up display, or the colors, those change. Your whole infotainment system has changed. You get a lot of sound in the car. And one thing that I noticed with iDrive 8, it's under driving settings. We now have iconic sounds, and iconic sounds is when they pump in a little bit of that exhaust noise. Some people hate it, some people love it. I like it because when you're in comfort, car's quiet, but when you're in sport mode, it gives you this really sporty feel for it. So we'll accelerate onto the highway with it, and then we'll turn it off, and I'll show you guys the difference. Well, this guy behind me is upset. Let's go into a live vehicle. There we go, I like this one. The wife's like, there's bikers, why didn't you let him go? And this guy's like, he didn't need to do that. All right, let's try it out. God! And we got good braking. I know this M240, I trust it. I'm diving into the corners. This thing handles like it's on rails. Oh, you can hear the burbles. under that braking acceleration. What a fun car. Ugh, it's the best feeling when you own this car, is diving in those on ramps and off ramps. Those are the best parts of the highway when you're driving this car. But let's go back to those iconic sounds for driving settings. Let's turn them off. Okay, we're going to turn off the iconic sounds. Now take a listen. You have them off, it's not as much, but it didn't, like, the sound didn't completely disappear. Like, this car still sounds great. It's still a powerful engine, an amazing sounding exhaust system. Get up, need a pass, no problem. Looks like our driving assistance turned off. Yeah, lane departure warning's off. Oh no, blind spot monitoring's there. Let's put it on late. And it just looks like lane departure warning with the steering intervention is off. So if I turn that on, I turned it on early, I turn back steering intervention. Like, just watch when I kind of like fade out of my lane here. It's vibrating, it's pulling me back. You can see it pulling on the steering wheel. Nah, didn't do anything there. Interesting. Like I said, it's just a safety system that helps. It's not the end all. We do have a speed warning you can set. This one's very useful. I like to set this one at 139. I guess we'll do 135. In case you get going too fast, it lets you know, hey, you're too fast, you need to slow down. You know what, we'll actually, let's set that. Set that a little bit slower. Do 110. All right, watch this. Speed warning, you can see it on the head-up display, just letting you know, hey, you're going a little fast, you should slow down. Going faster than you want. And you set that yourself. Now the car is automatically telling you when you're speeding. You can see it in the gauge cluster here, a little red. And then you can also set that in the head-up display, where like the numbers are white right now from my kilometers per hour. You can set that so that it would be red if you're speeding. Now one thing that you can do when you're in comfort, say you want to accelerate, hold down on the left paddle shifter, downshifts for you, and then you're ready to go. That's if you know, like, you're coming into it and you want to, but I mean, other than that, I mean, you could just step down, and if you press and hold the right paddle shifter, it'll go back into drive mode, but you can just step down and launch it forward. It takes a little bit. What a beautiful car. That's about as far as I'm gonna go. It looks like traffic is slowing up there. But yeah, you just have pure confidence coming in, we're late braking, steering into the corner, accelerating. So much confidence with this car. Look at those brakes. I saved myself from that bird. I don't know if the camera can pick up that bird. I saved that bird. Saved that bird's life with this amazing braking of this car. And you can even get the enhanced track package if you plan on doing track days. Oh man. Love this. I miss this car. You need to excel, get up into traffic, no problem. Like, this is a ripper. All-wheel drive system, so smooth, so consistent. You always have the grip you need. And let's try out the Eco Pro. But like I was saying, there's an enhanced track package, larger oil cooler, larger front brake discs, or better cooling basically. So Eco Pro, we're gonna try and save fuel. I mean, this is a 6-cylinder engine. You don't really need Eco Pro in this one. If you're, the only times I used Eco Pro was if I was low on gas and the gas station said that was far away. I'd put on Eco Pro and I get like an extra like 2 kilometers out of the gas tank. But other than that, but even when I had this car, like, this is not the type of car where you drive in comfort mode. You get in, you click Sport. Whether that's Sport Plus or Sport Individual, you want to be something in Sport. Sometimes you get in and you just drive it in comfort and you're just in the comfort mode of it. But most times, like, you're in Sport. You want to excel. You want that sound. You want that power. Ugh. All right, we did a little bit of highway driving. Let's play around. And I don't even have the iconic sounds on. Let's turn that back on, notice the difference again. Oh yeah, it makes it like more grunty, more low end, more torquey. What else do we have? There's always an owner's manual, so you can always go in the owner's manual and you search something. There's climate control menu. You don't really need that because there's always a button at the bottom here for it. Displays. You can customize the head-up display. So you can change the height. You can you can make it brighter so you can see it more. Oh, sorry about that. Spring allergies. And the one thing I find interesting is rotation. Like I actually I turned it 2 to the left and now it looks level for me. My last car I had 2 to the right. Maybe that's like they leave rotation there in case it doesn't set properly at the factory. A little millimeters off here and there makes a rotational difference. But you can see Sport Plus holding the RPMs. And another thing you can do too, you can go Sport on the transmission, and the transmission will get even more aggressive with the late shifts and the holding the RPMs. But yeah, it's going to go all the way up to maximum RPM before it shifts. And this 8-speed automatic transmission is absolutely beautiful. So smooth, super responsive. You have paddle shifters if you want to control your shifts. Sport Plus mode is amazing with this car. The 8-speed automatic transmission powered with 382 horsepower out of the twin scroll single turbo 3-liter 6-cylinder engine is phenomenal. It's such a powerful combo. That's why even Toyota wanted our engine for the Supra. Instrument, we can have converted speeds, we can have miles per hour in there, you know, location for messages. So if like I scroll through here, you know, you can go through your media, any messages that pop up. Wow, what is going on here? They're just stuck in traffic. That looks terrible. Doors and windows you can adjust. One of my favorite things with comfort door access, you can have the car automatically unlock when you approach and automatically lock when you walk away. So you never even need to take your key fob out of your pocket. You can also add a digital key into your Apple Wallet or your Android Auto if you wanted to. And you can even set an automatic windows. You know, comes Tim's every day. As soon as you get to one spot, the window automatically opens. I mean, personally, I don't see how hard it is to hit that button, but you can do that. Exterior lighting and vehicle status. There was an interior lighting. Yeah, I missed the interior lighting one. And system settings I missed as well. So go through set time, set voice, set language, remote software upgrade. So just like your iPhone, this car will update by itself. And then there should be a valet parking mode that you can activate when you have a driver's ID. And interior lighting, you can change the color. There's not, you know, too much. Like there's 15 colors you can go from, but in the 240 you don't really notice it. There's like no LED stripes or anything. All right, one last Sport Plus XL. Oh my gosh, what a fun car. Sounds amazing. That's funny. This guy is like, fuck this guy. He's going all the way. I was being nice. So ambient lighting, colors, all the way. But when you have the M highlighters illuminated, I think they're standard for the M240. I think there was a factory restriction where you could only order them. These used to change colors, but now they don't. They just illuminate at nighttime. And then you'd mostly just get ambient lighting like down there. Like it'd be nice if there's ambient lighting strips like the M340 and the higher end models, but it is a 2 Series, so that makes sense. And you can reduce them for nighttime. Dynamic light, if the car is on its parked and you open the door, this will flash red for warning pedestrians. The M highlighters will flash red. And yeah, that's pretty much it with iDrive 8. Pretty much been through all the vehicle ones. Then there's infotainment, so Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and you can even press, hold, and drag. And like customizing the main menu, press, hold, and drag. And you can put that wherever you want. Yeah, you can add a widget. Navigation, didn't even try the navigation. Let's try the navigation. We want do a quick little one back to Parkview BMW. Once again, thank you to Parkview BMW for providing the vehicle for the test drive. If you guys are in the Toronto marketplace, feel free to reach out to Parkview BMW to purchase your next vehicle. You can also contact me on my email down below and I'll help you out on the sales side. So yeah, make sure if you want a BMW, purchase it from Parkview. You can see it's green and orange. You can see that's the real-time traffic info updated. And I love how it shows up in the gauge cluster as well. So if you go into comfort mode, like it's big, shows you exactly where you need to go. So no matter what you're doing over here, like if you're over in the media menu, like you're in satellite radio, if you're in the satellite radio menu, don't worry, like you still have your map over here, or you can just click back and then you just have massive map. And then if you give it a second too, the sub menus on the side will disappear. There we go. And you just tap, boom, big map. And you also have it in the head-up display, so you can see the head-up display projector as well. So it's like super redundant. We have three maps. So for me personally, when I own this car, I actually turn the maps off in the head-up display, because most times I already knew where I was going, and I really just wanted the map to know what time I was going to arrive at. It wasn't too hard. Like if I was going on a road trip and it was important for me to know, then I turned it up in the head-up display. But I found here and here, it was enough for me. I didn't need any more than that. We do have the automatic brake hold function with that electronic parking brake. So my foot's off the brake, we're holding here. In comfort mode, the engine shuts off, but you can deactivate that with this button. 240 does not have the 48 volt mild hybrid technology system like other BMWs do. Now, this car does have a launch control mode, but it's not advised to use it when you're under 2,000 kilometers, and this car only has 500, so I'm not going to be showing you an example of that today. But if you did want to activate that, you just have to make sure that you're in Sport Plus, your transmission's down in Sport, and you hit the traction control one time, and then you're in traction mode. I guess you have to hit it one time, then go into iDrive 8. iDrive 7, you hit it one time and whatever, but you want traction. And once you're in traction, come to complete stop, left foot on the brake, right foot all the way to the drop down pedal, like make sure you go past the little bulge in the pedal, a little knob feel, and then a little checkered flag will come up after the turbo boost is spooled, and then it'll just launch you maximum grip. So much fun. There we go. All right, we're almost at the end of this video. I just want to show you guys the $1,000 option for Parking Assistant Plus with surround view. So with the 240, if you're ordering one, I recommend adding it. You probably won't find this option on any dealer lot cars. Dealers will usually just get like the premium enhanced package and that's it. But a lot of features are standalone items and they do raise the cost of the car, but the 360 parking camera is so good. Not only do you get the BMW Drive Recorder, that will take all 4 cameras and you like a dash cam system, 20 seconds before and after, but it also self-park for you. So when we pull into the dealership, once again, thank you to Parkview BMW for providing the car. Come visit Parkview if you need a BMW. This car is for sale. Every car that I test drive is a for sale unit. So if you like the car that I'm in, come visit and I will help you out on the sales side. But let's show you guys. So as you're pulling up to the parking lot, you click this button down here, this P, brings up the parking sensors, so that you can find a parking spot. Ooh, that's a nice Porsche. So we have no parking spots, no parking spots. Go around to the back. So I found a parking spot there, and it's gonna find us another one. And maybe that's the only one. It can reverse or parallel. We want reverse parking. So no hands, taking over the steering, taking over the gas, taking over the brake. It is a parking assistant, so it's going to put us beside this car. It doesn't care about lines or anything, just cares about the car. Also has a backup assistant, so say you went down somewhere and then you need to reverse. The backup assistant will just do all the steering inputs that you just did to get there while you maintain the gas and the brake. All right, so you can see it pull us in beside this car, puts us in park, engages the parking brake as well, and then you're good to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys appreciated this POV drive of the 2023 M240i. If you guys did, you made it all to the end, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Now that I'm parked, I just want to show you guys the M highlights, how they're lighting up in the dark.